And the field is locked away and ready for a start in the Melbourne Cup. All in, the lights on. They're set, racing. Kingston Rule a little awkward to begin down in the inside. Ali Boy jumped away okay. Flying Luskin was away well, and the Phantom getting back looking for a place as La Tristia jumped away from the stalls quickly. Shane Dye grabbed hold of Shalea and is heading over towards the inside rail, and so is Citizen back towards the rear. Donegal Mist is prominent on the outside as Our Magic Man and Selwyn's Mate, and Mr. Brooker is heading into a nice place early as they race past the 2,800 metre mark, and Savage Toss is in front down the straight the first time. Savage Toss in front, Our Magic Man is second, then La Tristia third, the inside followed by Donegal Mist, Selwyn's Mate the outside. Now Botto next on the rails, followed further back in the field by Mr. Brooker, Kingston Rule, Wonder Flying Luskin, Ali Boy, then Rising Clear and Equidity. Mount Olympus and the Phantom well back on the inside. He's followed then by Shazura, Water Boatman, Del Raffin, and then came Rainbow Myth. Citizen has about 5 behind him, and they include Frontier Boy, who's just ahead of about 4 horses, including Batuta as they head out of the straight, and then Terrific, Just a Dancer, and Shalea last of all as they head towards the riverside and towards the 2,000 metre mark in the Cup now. And Savage Toss is running along, leading by about a length and a half to Our Magic Man. La Tristia is a nick away third, the inside, a break of about 3 lengths to Selwyn's Mate, who's wide around the outside of Donegal Mist. In on the rails is now Botto. About a length and a half further back is Mr. Brooker, Kingston Rule, and they're followed further back in the field, Rising Fear, Flying Luskin, Ali Boy, One Equidity, the Phantom, and then came further back in the field, Mount Olympus, trailed by Shazura. Then Water Boatman, who's a bit worse than midfield on the inside from Del Raffin, a length to Rainbow Myth. Then Citizen on the rails behind him, Frontier Boy and Batuta. As they go past the 1,600, well back is Terrific third last, followed by Shalea, and Just a Dancer is last of all. At the 1,400, it's Savage Toss in front. He leads 3/4 Our Magic Man and La Tristia. A length away is Selwyn's Mate, who's at the run of the race fourth, and then Novato, Rising Fear going around the outside, being trailed further back in the field then by Donegal Mist, and next is Mr. Brooker. Kingston Rule is back behind him on the rails, then Flying Luskin, Ali Boy and Equidity. The Phantom worse than midfield on the inside of Mount Olympus, and then Shazura. Water Boatman spotting them along start at the 1,000 metre mark, then Del Raffin, Rainbow Myth, Citizen hard ridden on the rails behind him, Frontier Boy, then Batuta, Shalea, Terrific second last, and Just a Dancer still last. At the 800 coming near to the turn, Savage Toss in front, a half length Our Magic Man. La Tristia is third and Selwyn's Mate dropping out of it, followed further back by Novato and Mr. Brooker coming into it. Back behind those horses is Kingston Rule and Flying Luskin as they turn the corner, and then Equidity, Frontier Boy and Terrific well back. Shazura ahead of those. They're into the straight, and Savage Toss, the leader from Our Magic Man, leads by about a length and a half, and then La Tristia and Novato. Kingston Rule getting up on the inside, Mr. Brooker wider out, followed by the Phantom and Flying Luskin. At the 300, Savage Toss in front. Our Magic Man tries to get him, and Kingston Rule's coming home very stoutly. Kingston Rule is at the front. Here's Novato and Mr. Brooker. Kingston Rule in front from the Phantom, diving up on the inside. Kingston Rule and the Phantom from Novato. It's Kingston Rule to give Barty's 8. Kingston Rule from the Phantom. Third is Mr. Brooker. Then Novato fourth, and back behind those to finish was Mount Olympus, Equidity and Savage Toss. La Tristia, Our Magic Man, and then Flying Luskin. Citizen was next, and he was trailed Ali Boy and Shalea. Back behind those, Terrific. Further back in the field to finish then Rainbow Myth and Just a Dancer, Del Raffin. Frontier Boy always well back, trailed by Batuta, Water Boatman, Rising Fear, Donegal Mist, and towards the rear are Shazura and Selwyn's Mate. Stand by for the placings on the Melbourne Cup. They've broken the record again for the second year in a row, and it's Bart again. Kingston Rule. Darren Beedman has won the Cup, giving Bart his 8th win in the race. Second placing goes to number 7, the Phantom, Grant Cooksley, and third, number 9, Mr. Brooker, ridden by Greg Childs. Official placings in the 1990 Melbourne Cup: 8, 7 and 9. Kingston Rule first. The Phantom second. Mr. Brooker has run third, and they've broken the record in returning 3:16.3. Fourth in the race was Narboto, and fifth home was Mount Olympus. What can you say about the man? He has just got that superb ability to train a horse to be peaking at 2:40 on a Tuesday afternoon in November. Kingston Rule, bred in the purple, A gamble by a millionaire in David Haynes, who sent his champion mare, Rose of Kingston, to Kentucky, where she was covered by Secretariat at $100,000 fee. Did her first racing overseas, did his first racing overseas, and then has come back to win Australia's greatest crown. And for David Haynes, I'm sure his mind went back to 1982 when he looked like winning the Caulfield Cup, but Gurners Lane got a freak rails run. But he's got the money today. He's won the Melbourne Cup. Peter Booth is in the mounting yard.
Yes, Craig. Greg Miles, David Haynes. We're walking towards the winner's circle. Congratulations on winning the Melbourne Cup.
Well, thank you. I just can't believe it. I really can't.
It was bred to win the Melbourne Cup, and you did exactly that, didn't you?
Well, things don't always work out that way, but today, it's just his day.
Fantastic. Good on you, David Haynes, the breeder and the owner of the winner of the Melbourne Cup. We'll have other personalities here at Flemington in just a moment. Greg, back to you.
Peter, a popular win. Darren Beedman doffs the cap, gives the horse an affectionate pat. The winner of the 1990 Melbourne Cup, number 8, Kingston Rule, a chestnut horse 5. He's by Secretariat from Rose of Kingston, bred by the Kingston Park Stud. He's raced by Mr. and Mrs. David Haynes, trained by the great J.B. Cummings, 8 Melbourne Cup winners, and giving Darren Beedman his first victory in the race. Second placing to number 7, the Phantom, Grant Cooksley, and third 9, Mr. Brooker, Greg Childs. Fourth home in the Melbourne Cup was Naboto, and fifth in the race was Mount Olympus, and the time is a new course record, 3:16.3. Oh, this is a very popular win. Darren Beedman gave a jubilant thrust of the whip into the air as he passed the post. He is a magnificent specimen, and golly, you know, I keep newspaper clippings going right back from when weights come out, and there was a quote from Bart Cummings saying that this bloke won't stay, we'll just settle for something around the middle distance, perhaps a Cox Plate if he measures up. And he was beaten first up. He ran midfield at Moonee Valley, and there were a few that wanted to say he was ordinary, but Bart decided otherwise. He thought he could win a Melbourne Cup with him, and what a great man he is. Marvellous trainer. Let's go back down to Peter.
Okay, Greg Miles upstairs, just crossing down on ABC Radio. Leo Corstens, the stable foreman. Well done, Leon.
Thank you.
Really happy, no doubt.
Oh, without a doubt, yeah, terrific.
Almost speechless.
Just about.
What about that last 200 when he broke clear and held them off?
Oh, terrific, wasn't it? You know, just kept going and going, you know. It just goes to show what a good horse he is.
Here he comes in now, and he looks pretty good to you right now with Darren Beedman.
You're telling me, Dave.
He looks good. Okay, Greg, back to you.
Okay, 8, 7 and 9, Kingston Rule. First, the Phantom has run second, running the race of his life, and it just goes through my mind, had he had a run over 1.5 miles, whether he might have been able to keep back Kingston Rule, because at the 100-metre mark, oh, gee, it was 1982 over again. Kingston Rule in front, and the rails run for the Phantom, and I thought, oh, no, it's going to happen to David Haynes again. But he just petered out on his run. He died on his run in the last 50 to 75 metres, and Kingston Rule, with the strong conditioning under his belt, after going through the exact campaign and towards the end of his campaign that Think Big trailed in 1975, Bart took him through the Coonjee, the Moonee Valley Cup and the Dalgety, and he won the Melbourne Cup. And this horse has done exactly the same thing. Tremendous training performance. Back down to Peter.
Yes, Craig, I'm in the mounting yard, and Des Hoisted, the veteran Sydney caller, was with me. Des, it wasn't your selection. I think you went for Flying Luskin, but terrific win.
Yeah, it was. We can take some reflected glory from it, I think, as far as our family is concerned, with Rose of Kingston being this horse's dam. Bob, as you know, trained Rose of Kingston to win the VRC Oaks and the AJC Derby and broke a 38-year drought or something. This horse, he hasn't had all that much experience. It's only his 15th race start, Kingston Rule, so that was what I thought might bring him undone, the fact that he hadn't had, you know, perhaps enough staying experience to win, but it was a great run, and I did like the Phantom as a second pick. Flying Luskin disappointed me, but the Phantom, I've got a tremendous opinion of that horse. probably should have gone close to winning last year. He's gone a bit closer to winning this year, but he just hasn't been able to get it. But maybe had he had a run between the Cox Plate and today, he might well have got away with it. But I'm not taking anything away from the winner. It's a marvellous achievement by Bart Cummings to win 8 Melbourne Cups and break what has been an almost an 11-year drought. He's now 8 winners in the Melbourne Cup and about 4 Quinellas. You can't ask for much more than that, and I'm happy for Darren Beedman because he's a Sydney jockey. He's only just come out of his apprenticeship recently, and he's got the top job up there with one of the top stables. In fact, the top stable at the present time. So congratulations all round. And as I say, David Haynes has been a marvellous owner. He just missed out with Kingston Town here 8 years ago, and